Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy George, aka Mi Vida Loca 65, and I'm back at it again with another comic book video. If you are here for the first time, of course I want to thank you for taking time to watch the video. And if you like what you see, please comment, give me the thumbs up, and sub me up. It would be greatly appreciated. If you are returning, I want to thank you as well. And of course, I would love for you to comment as well. Give me a thumbs up and sub me up if you have not done so as well. As you can see in my lovely menu, I will throw in my 2 cents in regards to the lovely C2E2 drama. And of course, I'm going to show you some books I got from local comic book shops as well. And speaking of books, of course, if you are looking for books, you can go to my site in Mercari under Vida Loca 65, and you can check out some of the books that I do have there. As I said, I have over 700 followers, over 1,500 reviews, so I've been doing this for a little bit. So, if you're looking for books, you never know, I might have the book that you might be looking for. Alright guys, thank you so much for that. And also, before I begin, I want to again say thank you, like I did in my previous video. Thank you for each and every one of you that has watched the Terrificon walking tour that I did about 2 weeks ago. It's gotten close to 200 views. Thank you guys so very, very much. I appreciate, the views. I appreciate your, you taking time out of your schedule to take a look at it. If you have not seen the video, you can definitely go back and watch it from Terrificon, as well as the one that I posted last week as well. Alright guys, let's get down to what has been obviously the hottest topic of this week, which is obviously the drama that occurred at C2E2 with Black Flag Comics, and apparently in regards to some influencers. I'm not going to go over every little detail. I'm not going to do that. I'm sure most of you have already seen countless videos in regards to what happened in regards to Black Flag Comics. I'm just going to go over a couple of quick items here. The first question I'm going to do is, am I necessarily surprised as to what happened? No, to be quite honest, I'm not really surprised. I thought this would happen a lot sooner. It's just unfortunate when you're talking money and you're talking influence. It doesn't necessarily shock me. What does kind of surprise me to a degree is pretty much, let's face facts, the ballsy attitude that has been given by Black Flag Comics, as well as these particular influencers. Let's begin with the influencers themselves. The two people in question, obviously I'm not going to mention their names. I'm sure most of you already know who they are. Whether they skipped the line or did not skip the line, whether they pre-ordered the books or didn't pre-order the books, the fact of the matter is that any way you want to look at it, you guys don't look good doing this. You just do not. The fact that between two people, 200 books out of 750 were pretty much, sold, which is over 30% of, quote unquote, the amount of books that were supposedly there for this exclusive, is ballsy, man. There's no other way I can describe it. It's just ballsy, man. It just, I don't understand these particular people buying that many books, and I certainly do not understand why Black Flag Comics would allow such a thing to happen. It's just something that boggles the mind, and people have every right to be very pissed off about it. Now, I know some people have also complained about whatnot, as in why do they allow these people to sell these books literally minutes after they've just been purchased. And not only that, but they allow them to sell these books for $200, $300, whatever it was that they were asking for. I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm not a whatnot fan. I think it's too Hollywood for me. I think they're too busy kissing the derrieres, if you will, of influencers and celebrities and people, the little people like me. I don't think stand much of a chance when it comes to whatnot. I know they set their giant booth in all these conventions, and they love broadcasting and they love showing off these people that have massive amount of subscribers and things of that nature. And listen, that's up to you. You can do whatever you want. It's your company. It's a $3 billion company from what I've heard. So who in God's name am I to tell anybody what to do and what not? I'm not a fan of them, but in this particular case, why not? Why can Whatnot allow these people to sell these books? To be quite honest with you, before Whatnot, what were people doing before Whatnot? They were selling stuff on eBay. They were selling stuff on maybe on Instagram or Facebook, or like I do in Mercari. Believe me, if people want to sell books, they're going to find a way to sell books. As far as asking $200, $300 for these books, hey, listen, God bless you. If you bought these books with the $200 price tag or the $300 price tag, God bless you. One thing I've learned in life is that, you could ask any amount of money for any amount of items that you want. You're more than welcome to do so. If somebody's willing to pay the price that you're offering for a particular item, then there you go. That's you. And obviously, people are gonna sell stuff to try to make money. Let's be realistic. Nobody's gonna sell this book, which apparently was $85 originally, and they're not gonna sell the book for $85. It's just not realistic. People are gonna try to make their money. I'm in the same way. I'm trying to, make some money out of whatever books I may purchase or acquire. That's just business. That's the way life is. Business is about making money. It's all about the money. I know it sounds cold and I know it sounds cruel, but if people are willing to pay $200, $300, whatever amount of money that they were willing to pay for the so-called exclusive, which I'm going to discuss here in a minute, God bless them. God bless them. That's up to them, man. They can do whatever they want. Now, let's talk about Black Flag itself. Black Flag is, what you did is beyond shady, man. It's just wow. Wow. The fact that you took a so-called exclusive, which we're going to discuss here in a minute, and you sold over 30% of your inventory of the supposed exclusive to two people, man, that takes a lot of nerve. And for you to then post something, what was it, I think on Facebook or one of these social medias where the CEO of the Black Flag was discussing about, I sold them because, I wanted to sell the books and I was afraid I was going to get stuck with the books. Well, the problem with that, my man, is that this was supposedly the very first day of C2E2, and there was supposedly a very long line of people wanting to buy this particular exclusive, and the fact that you pretty much sold such a large amount of books to two people, it doesn't make you look good, man. It just doesn't make you look good. I know most of the companies that I have, that I've ever experienced, that I've ever dealt with, usually if they have any exclusives left from their cons, they usually will then sell the books to the general public, like on the last day on Sunday, either 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then they'll make it available to the general public. I have never seen such a thing as where, okay, the con hasn't even started yet, but yet I'm going to sell you all these books right out of the gate. I have never heard of that before, so that's on you, Black Flag. That's definitely on you. And let's talk about the book itself, this Ultimate Fallout book itself. From what I've been hearing, this book was in your possession back in November of last year. Clayton Crane did the cover for it. Obviously a magnificent artist, a wonderful human being, one of the best in the business. And obviously I know that when it comes to stores, you have to get permission from Marvel itself in order to do these exclusives. And what I've been told is that Marvel sets a minimum, which I believe in this case was 3,000 for the books. Again, if somebody knows, please comment down below. I would greatly appreciate it. But from what I've heard, it's 3,000. Let's say it is 3,000. It has become quite apparent that the books were not really moving, and you decided, hey, let me take 750 out of these books that I got left. Let me put this nice shiny illuminated cover, this acetate cover on them, and let me jack up the price to $850, to $85, and let me not let anybody know about this exclusive cover until about a day or two before the con. Again, I don't quite understand this concept. I don't understand the concept. I understand you're a business. I understand you're in business to make money. You're not a charity organization. You're not a charitable organization. I understand the concept of turnover when it comes to business. Obviously, you don't want things sitting around for 5, 6, 7, a year. You don't want inventory sitting around for any length of period. I understand, because you want to move on to the next project or to the next whatever is that you're selling in your business. That's business. That's understood. I definitely have worked in the business realm. I understand what it's like to try to keep inventory moving and not let it sit around. So I understand that point of view. Don't get me wrong. I understand that point of view. But for you to take a book that you already had printed originally a certain way, and then to put this nice shiny laminated cover on it, and then sell it as a quote-unquote con exclusive for $85, that doesn't sit well with a lot of people, man. It just doesn't. Sorry guys, it doesn't. It's going to be very interesting what's going to happen. I believe Black Flag is going to go up to Boston to do another Comic-Con, and they're going to sell, from what I've heard, up to 3 different acetate covers of different books. It's going to be very interesting to see what the reaction is going to be. Here in the Northeast, my man, I live in New York, and when it comes to New York, Philly, Boston, Baltimore, if you know anything about us and how we are when it comes to our sporting teams, you know we're rabid, man. We are not afraid to express ourselves. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens at the Black Flag booth. I'm sure people will be posting videos in regards to this during the next few days. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with them. Personally, like I said, it's just very shady the way you did this. If I were you guys, and again, I'm not you guys, and you're probably not going to, I'm sure none of you are going to watch this video or anything of that nature. But if I were you guys, I would take whatever profits you made out of that book and see if you can donate it to charity. That would be my best way to tell you what to do with these books. And same with these acetate books in Boston. If you buy the books, we'll donate them to charity, whichever charity, XYZ, whatever charity you may want to choose to do so, to maybe put yourself back in good standing. Also, of course, I forgot to mention that, yes, as the books were dwindling down, you really got very shady, and all of a sudden the books went from $85 up to $100, and by that point, miraculously, you decided to put a limit as to how many books a person can buy. It's like, guys, man, seriously, not good. No bueno, as they used to say a few years ago. No bueno at all. Like I said, hopefully other stores, other companies will learn, that you shouldn't do this. Me personally, when it comes to Marvel, I would, quote unquote, punish Black Flag in some way, whether that means you put a 3-month ban or 6-month ban or even a year ban on them. on doing exclusives on any of your Marvel books, I think that would be a great idea to do, just to make sure that everybody understands that if you try to pull something this shady, that you will get punished. That when all is said and done, money's going to come out of your pocket. You're going to lose money. So, that would be my suggestion to Marvel. Obviously, if Black Flag violated or broke the contract that they had with Marvel originally for this particular book, then obviously Marvel can do whatever they want to do. If they want to go down the road of suing them, or like I said, suspend their account for however long you want to suspend their account for. But some kind of statement has to be made, in my personal opinion. As I said, these are my opinions, and of course, you guys are more than welcome to share your opinions down below in the comments section. Please let me know. Let me know what your experiences are with whatnot. Let me know if you were there at C2E2. Let me know if you were one of those people that was in line waiting to get this particular book. I would love to hear from you guys very, very much. Alright guys, so I'm done with the C2E2 situation. Let's go discuss a couple of other quick items as well. So let's go to the books and let's get down to the main event. And let me show you the books that I have picked up. The first book I'm going to show you is Survivor Street #1. This looks like such a great little book. I haven't had time to read it yet. It looks like it is something out of a Sesame Street spoof that they have done. I thought it looked amazing, so I decided to pick it up. So there you go. Alright guys, next is a book that of course was very hot last week, The Edge of Spider-Verse #1. It obviously introduces a couple of new characters. As you can see, one of them is on the cover, Spider-Rex. And I believe there is also a Scottish version of Spider-Man as well. He's not on the cover, but he's on the story as well. But it is the first cover appearance, and the first appearance obviously of Spider-Rex and the Scottish Spider-Man. So there we go. Alright guys, next this is Batman, The White Knight Presents Red Hood. These books have done very well for DC. This alternate universe that has been created by Sean Murphy has done very well. And in this issue, there is an introduction of a Robin. I believe it's a female Robin. So I decided to pick this book up as well. Alright guys, next. Here's a book that was picked up only for the cover. Poison Ivy #3. This gorgeous Joshua Middleton cover. Joshua Middleton is such a great artist. Love his work. Beautiful work. I know the one in 50 done by an artist that apparently has done work for Magic the Gathering. That particular one has done really well. So I know that book has done very well, but I was able to pick this one up and I was so happy. It's an absolutely gorgeous cover. Next, this is Flashpoint Beyond #4. This is another book that apparently introduces new characters as well. So I decided to pick it up as well. Next, this is a book I was able to find in the back issue area, Star Wars High Republic #10. This is the variant of that particular issue. I have mentioned this in other previous videos. When it comes to the High Republic series, if you can pick up these books at cover price or cheaper, it's not a bad idea to do so. It's really not a bad idea to do so. If it's true that they're going to come out with an animated series or a live series, these books are definitely going to start to spike up in price. The new quote-unquote rendition of the High Republic is going to come out, I believe, in October. So time to pick up these books if you can get them. Next, here's another book I bought just based upon the cover. Iron Man #22. I know it's a little bit of a glare. I'm sorry about that. It's pretty much an all black book outside of the eyes. As you can see, his eyes and obviously some of the white on his suit. But otherwise, it's pretty much an all black cover. Gorgeous cover. I picked this up because it's a cover. It's a beautiful cover. Next, guys, is Batman number 126. This is apparently the introduction of two of the Penguin's children. One is female, the other one is male. I know that Jim's Comics on YouTube has speculated that the female, that the daughter of the Penguin might take over the mantle of the Penguin. Apparently the Penguin is dead, quote unquote, and the children are starting to show up to get whatever it is that they're gonna get on the will that the Penguin has left behind. So Jim's Comics are not speculating on the female, on the daughter of the Penguin becoming the new Penguin. If she does, obviously that would be great. I know that now the story is being written by Chip Zdarsky. So far he's introduced Failsafe, which he introduced in the previous issue, and now he has apparently introduced two of the Penguin's children as well. So we'll see how that goes. And obviously this is a homage to a Spider-Man cover, 315 if I'm correct. Alright guys, next, this is G.I. Joe number 296. The reason I picked up this book is the G.I. Joe series on IDW is going to come to an end at issue number 300. So I'm picking these up because I know that they're going to become more and more difficult to find. So obviously I'm going to try to pick them up all the way to 300. Alright guys, next on the hit list here is a couple of other books I picked up at a comic book shop across the river from me. So the first one you see here is Blade number 5. Blade, I guess, having a little get together with the Wolverine. Blade obviously is picked up a lot of steam. There's a lot of rumors as to the fact that Blade is going to eventually show up sooner or later. So these Blade books are becoming very, very hard to find. So this is Blade number 5. Next, here's a book that I've always heard about, but I have never ever seen it in the wild anywhere. And I was happy to find this particular one. This is Rust number 12. As you can see on the upper right hand side, there's a little sticker there that says first appearance of the Terminator. So this apparently was the first appearance of the Terminator in a comic book. Not an easy book to find. I don't see this book very often, so very happy to have found this particular book. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the last book I have to show you is The Amazing Spider-Man number 93, which is of course the first appearance of Ben Reilly as Chasm. This book has been on and off on the top 10 list of a lot of different people for the last couple of months. So the fact that I was able to find it at a cover price, very happy to have found it. Alright guys, with that is going to be the end of the video. That's the last book I have. If you stuck around to the end, I want to thank you so very much. As I mentioned previously, please comment, like, give me a thumbs up. It would be greatly appreciated. And if you haven't subbed me up, I would love for you to sub me up. Like I said, if you have not watched the previous videos that I did on Terrificon, you're more than welcome to do so. It would be greatly appreciated. And as I said, some of these books are going to be on my Mercari website as well. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your time, and adios.